The Apple versus FBI standoff is over.
Batman v Superman sets a new record for the biggest DC Comics film.
And the VR launches start today. You're watching RAMtv.
The FBI has officially dropped its lawsuit against Apple to break into the San Bernardino iPhone it has in its possession. The FBI said that the government has now successfully accessed the data stored on Farouk's iPhone and therefore no longer requires the assistance of Apple. This ends the standoff between the government body and the world's richest tech company that raised concern on the future of encryption on Apple's devices. Apple argued this government OS it would have had to create was a breach of privacy on users not just in the US, but for users internationally. Your wireless mouse may be a target for hackers into getting into your computer. According to cybersecurity startup Bastille, wireless mice from companies like Lenovo, Dell, HP, Amazon, and others do not use encryption. They explain that an attacker can send data to the mouse to think it is a keyboard. This will create a bridge for the attacker to hack the computer. This only works with mice via a USB dongle. Bluetooth mice are not affected. Some companies are pushing updates to prevent this type of attack. Netflix has confirmed to the Wall Street Journal that they throttle video quality on mobile providers like Verizon and AT&T, but not Sprint or T-Mobile. They have actually been doing this for the past 5 years, so customers on those services wouldn't surpass their monthly data caps. This new piece of information was only recently revealed when T-Mobile accused Verizon and AT&T of throttling data. Netflix did tell the Wall Street Journal that it is trying to introduce options to choose their stream quality soon. No date was discussed.
I will win, and I will leave a legacy.
Well, Netflix has superhero TV shows from Marvel, like Jessica Jones and Daredevil, but not exactly DC movies or superhero shows.
Right. And now that thanks to this little deal going on, I guess I'm going to watch it at a lower quality than Aaron's. And yours. And speaking of low quality superhero films,
today is a day for truth. The world needs to know what happened and to know what he stands for. That kind of power is very dangerous.
in movie news, Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice opened over the weekend and broke multiple movie records, despite some poor reviews. The highly anticipated DC Comics film, starring Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck as the titular characters, took in $170 million in the domestic box office, as well as an additional $254 million internationally, bringing it to a worldwide total of $424 million so far. The film's domestic broke several records, including the best pre-summer opening weekend of all time, the biggest DC Comics film, the biggest domestic opener for WB Pictures, and the sixth biggest opening of all time. The international opening also broke records, including the biggest superhero opening weekend of all time and the fourth biggest global debut in history. So far, the reviews for Batman vs. Superman are extremely mixed. While most critics thought the film was terrible, audiences appear to have enjoyed it, giving it above average reviews. With the film now in theaters, you'll just have to find out for yourself.
Be anything they need you to be, or be none of it.
You know, I always thought it'd be really cool to play a character like Superman because of all the flying you'd get to do, even though most of it's in front of a green screen. That being said, we may have the opportunity to actually get that kind of opportunity to somewhat see what it would be like to fly, especially with the new VR systems launching today and some of the flight simulators. The Oculus Rift launches today. That's right. According to Oculus, people who backed the original Kickstarter campaign in 2012 are getting their units beginning today. Oculus also said in their blog that those Rifts ordered through the website will ship later this week. And Oculus said if you pre-ordered a Rift and haven't received a confirmation email, they're asking you to hold tight as they're working as fast as possible to get units out the door. If you didn't pre-order and want one, you can order the $600 unit from Oculus's website, but those aren't expected to ship until July. However, bundles including the Oculus-ready PCs and headsets are available from Amazon, Best Buy, and the Microsoft Store. There are 30 games that launched today with the Rift, and more are promised in the future. And there has been some rumor of codename PS4K circulating around. Today, it was said by the Wall Street Journal via GameSpot that we will hear more about the PlayStation 4.5 before the PlayStation VR's launch in October. This may seem a little anticlimactic, but this puts into a real perspective how close this system is. According to the report, the new console will have ultra-high definition resolution graphics and will allow for a high-end VR experience. Worry not, PS4 owners. You won't need to get the new half-gen console to play upcoming titles. According to that same report from the Wall Street Journal, the 4 and 4.5 will share the same title catalog. The real question here is, with the 4.5 being announced, will the PS4 go down in price? That remains to be seen.
My dearest Lara, I often think about the shame I have brought upon our family's name.
Rise of the Tomb Raider writer Rihanna Pratchett said in an interview with GameIndustry.biz via GameSpot that female characters need to be described as more than just strong, and calling them that is a disservice to the rest of their character. Pratchett feels that the word strong is used too often when what is really meant is good, interesting, textured, or broad. Pratchett said she does know, however, that calling a female character strong is a stepping stone before referring to female characters as just characters, as in the same manner as male characters are referred to as just characters. Pratchett added that it wasn't just female characters she'd like to see diversified, but that she'd also like to see more diverse male characters too.
Through flames of burning lands.
We at RAMtv want to thank you guys for your feedback, your interest in the discussion forum, so stay tuned to watch Ram Talks, a strictly discussion board. Remember to subscribe to our other social media below and keep up to date with RAMtv.
Remember to like, subscribe, share, and check back next week to keep up to date with your video game, tech, and nerd culture news.
Be sure to leave comments below and let us know what you want to hear about. Do you, Ram?